Welcome back to another pick a card reading. It's been a while. Today I wanted to do a requested reading. I asked on Instagram what you guys wanted me to film. So if you want to request a reading through that, come follow me on Insta. I will link it down below. But the reading today is what does my higher self want me to know? And also the next steps to take. I love this reading, this subject, because this is a really practical reading that can help you to, at least we're going to talk about where you are right now, what you are manifesting, what you are not seeing. So that's kind of the what your higher self wants you to know part, and then how to take action. So the next steps. I'm really excited about this reading. You can pick one of these piles or more if you feel drawn to it. So here you can see the 4 options. You can just take a moment to feel to whichever card you are most drawn to. Maybe close your eyes, and then when you open them, see where you are drawn to the most. You can also choose more than one pile, and then you can go to the timestamps below to find your pile and get to receive your reading. I hope you enjoy and only take what resonates. As always, love you guys. Let's get started with the first pile. Hello my loves, I'm so glad to be back. So we're going to be talking about what your energy is right now. So that's the card that you're seeing right now. Then we are going to add what you are currently manifesting, what you are not seeing. So that's kind of the higher self part, and then how to take action. Also, don't want to forget to tell you about my discount on personal readings. You can get with the code AutumnReading20. I will link it in the show notes as well, this description, that you can get 20% off this whole month of October. So especially for the autumn, and I'm really excited to do more personal readings. So if you want one, you can check the link below. Okay, so I'm really excited for your reading because you have waves of change, and I feel like it's going to get in quick, and also might be kind of a surprise what you are receiving. So maybe you have already experienced that thing that makes a lot of change, creates a lot of change, or it's coming and you don't know about it yet. I do feel like it's kind of a surprise. Maybe it's not going to be weird. It's not like you are going to be that surprised by it. It does make sense, but it's still kind of abrupt. That's your energy right now. I do feel like it's a beautiful opportunity. I see these stars right here. I feel like it's meant to be. It feels like an opportunity from someone that wants to work with you, or maybe wants to ask you out or take it a step further. I also feel like it might be a company that maybe wants to take you on in their team, or maybe it's just a family member that wants to do something together. I'm not sure what this energy is, but it does feel very exciting. I do want to mention as well that the other person that wants to give you this experience or wants to maybe like go on this trip, I'm getting all kinds of possibilities, so just feel how that resonates. That they are really excited, but to still check in with yourself as to if they have the right intentions, if this is something that you also want. I feel like they are just like, wow, here is like this thing. But it's also like, I do feel like this is something that you also want, but maybe because it's kind of sudden and yeah, it does feel like a big deal. You might have to get kind of used to what this is. And so take your time being discerning, right? So that is kind of the energy that I get for the current energy. I do want to pick a few more cards for this, just to see if I can get more information. So what is pile 1's current energy? Got these 2, 3. Ooh, okay. Roots of abundance shining through and tender embrace. That's cute. Okay. I feel like you're ready for this change. I feel like it's kind of a logical next step for what you have been doing. I feel like it is, you have been preparing for this, or you have unconsciously been preparing for this. Like sometimes we go through all these tests that life gives us, right? How to stand up for yourself, or things not working out, and then being resourceful and doing it on your own, or whatever it may be. I feel like you have experienced all these things and all these different scenarios to get ready for this next step, for these waves of change. And that's what I'm feeling with this. Like it's like you moving forward and just being like, okay, yes, now's the time, let's go. And it's just a really positive change, I feel like, because roots of abundance and tender embrace, it's like, yes, life wants to give you abundance. Yes, life wants to give you love. And you're not alone in this. It's like they want you to know that you are deserving of these good things to come in for you and good things happening for you. So maybe if you have had a lot of those tests that life has given you, like you're just like, why can I like not, why doesn't it seem to work out for me? Maybe that's where you have been. And it's like, no, you were getting prepared for these beautiful circumstances. So I want to get into why you are ready for this now, because I feel like this is kind of already the what you are manifesting energy, right? Well, we can get into that anyway to get more information, because I got a lot of general stuff of what that might be. Maybe we can get a little bit more specific. This one just flew out. Strength. This does resonate with the whole energy. Like you have been English today. You have been preparing to receive this or to do this. 9 of Pentacles. That's exactly that, like getting ready for abundance. Why are you ready for this now? I'm also looking at the infinity symbol on the lion's head, like all things have to get into balance. So if things weren't in balance, it's going to have to balance itself out. And so if you have been putting a lot of work in or have had a lot of struggles, it needs to come into balance again as well. We go through periods of despair and then luck and abundance again, right? Just like the financial crisis, like it's an ongoing pattern. And so it's only like you have well deserved this change. That's why you are experiencing it. That's why it's coming in. The Tower. So it might be that, and I kind of picked up on that before, like it might be that before this, things kind of went to shit. That's kind of what the Tower symbolizes. Things crumbling. This might be that you have decided that some people are not welcome in your life anymore because they bring you down or they make you feel very tired and just not feel great about yourself. Or this might be that you let go of a job or you let go of your hometown, or it's about foundations crumbling down. It's about making space for change. I feel like you have done that properly, maybe more than one time. And so that's why you are in this energy of being able to embrace this change. You are open for it. You are strong because you have gone through these things. And so I feel like you are kind of this, it sounds very cliche, like this magnet for whatever it is that you want, which I'm feeling with this and this one. It's like you are demanding it coming to you because you have created this change, this openness for it, this willingness for change. And I feel like you are in the process of knowing that you are worthy of receiving it. It feels like there is a little bit of hesitation with that. So maybe we can get a little bit more into that as to what your higher self wants you to know, What are you not seeing? I already hear how great you are. Well, let me see. What are they not seeing? Can I get a message from the higher self of pile number 1? Woo. Okay. Security. But it also shows the 4 seasons. Things are ever changing. So what is security? I feel like I need to get this one as well. The bigger picture. Yeah, what you're not seeing is that this change is a part of a bigger plan that is not in your control. Just like the seasons change and like these things happen in life, like the opportunity can happen, but also the crumbling down of things can happen. It's all just part of a bigger picture. And we get really scared sometimes when things are moving quickly or like big changes are in our life, which is normal because then we need to figure out how to navigate that, right? You're more than capable is what I hear. You just don't know it yet. Okay. Laughing. I also like this also gives me the message of make it playful, make it fun, make it lighter, which you definitely can. I feel like you're very resilient in that way. But this is also your higher self laughing. Like they're happy for you. They are actually showing me like that they're so giddy and excited for you for this change. Like they're like, yeah, of course, let's go. And they also kind of laugh at you like, come on, silly, let's just go. Kind of that energy. Like you might be a little hesitant to go do this, but they are just so excited to get started with you. They are with you. They are you, of course. Like they have been anticipating for this until you were ready, and now you're ready. So they're just like, let's go, which is so excited. So I do want to still pick a card for what you are specifically manifesting. There we go. Because we have gotten into that, but not in detail. You got 2. Divine Mother manifests and the dissolving light. So these cards are pretty new to me. They're from the Rumi deck, which is amazing, but it does have like pages on pages with the meaning. I'm just gonna try to interpret these instead of reading you the book, because then this will take so long. Oh, this energy is so beautiful. So with the Divine Mother manifest, I feel like you are finally getting home to yourself, because this is so right. You are going to manifest some changes that will make you feel closer to yourself, to your purpose, to who you truly are. You're going to learn to feel more comfortable within who you truly are. So if you're kind of feeling lost right now, or you are a little dissociating because it's scary, these changes, or you're not really knowing how to move forward, you are manifesting feeling very content and safe within yourself with the scenario that you are manifesting, like the change, and it's going to just feel very right. Your mind might get in the way because it is change, so it's going to take a little bit of time to adjust to it, right? But your soul is going to be feeling very content, and you are going to learn to hear those intuitive messages from the soul as well. Like you are your soul, right? You are your higher self, kind of the same thing. We can make all kinds of words up for it, but it's like who you truly are at your core is your soul, and your soul is going to feel very content with what you are going to be doing. And so you might think rationally like, oh, this is weird, or have to adjust, but your soul's just like, yes, this is right. I feel very good right here. And so, yes, let your mind wander, and like your mind is going to try and keep you safe. So it might hold you back a little bit or make you feel fear. So you can take a step back and just evaluate, right? But your soul just kind of wants to jump in and already knows like, yeah, we're good here. I hope that makes sense. So that's what you're manifesting. Stability, feeling safe. Also feel community for some of you. So you might find your people within this process or get a lot of support where you can just relax. I also see someone ready to give birth and having a lot of loving people around them, taking care of them and helping them. Might not be for everyone, but that's just what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you are going to just know that you are supported, which is such a lovely feeling and so important, especially with those kinds of life-changing moments, right? Giving birth. That's super special and kind of a once in a lifetime experience, right? But you don't have to do it alone. Like I said, it might not be for everyone. It's just this really safe, content feeling of like, yes, this is right. Then the dissolving light. You are going to feel really good about the decisions that you're making and what you're doing and what you're going to put out there. So I feel like with this change, you are going to express more of yourself. You are going to maybe make something. I see like you're going to set up a project, you're going to work with people, or you might write a book, or you might create something else that really helps you to put your stamp on it. Like it's truly your project. And bringing that into the world makes you feel more whole. Like this is something that you've always wanted to create, which makes sense with the soul part as well. Like your soul always has this desire, this passion to do something. Like for everyone else, that's totally different, right? Some people love to write, some people want to make YouTube videos like me, other people like want to help people, maybe like through their business or medicine or plumbing or whatever it may be. Like it doesn't matter. It's just like our soul wants to express itself and grow and learn. And I feel like that is what you have been doing, like the growing and learning. But now you are putting something into the world that solidifies who you are and what you came to do here on earth. And it doesn't have to be that serious because that kind of feels extreme. But it's like you putting yourself out into the world, leaving a mark, feels just really good. And you are going to feel very proud of yourself. You can look at that thing or project that you have made, done, and kind of have this revelation of, oh yeah, I can see myself in that. I get that that is who I have become. So you can kind of look back onto something that you've made, that you've done, and see yourself reflected back into that. And you're going to be very content with it. You can be proud of what you are putting into the world. You're going to shine. You're going to feel like you're shining through that process. It's just like it lights you up, and yeah, being proud of yourself kind of gives you that glow, right? So that's what I'm feeling with this. And also this is glowing as well. So, and I feel like that's because it's a soul project, something that you are within your soul very proud of, excited about, just like your higher self is. And that's why you are going to be glowing. And it doesn't mean that it has to get like wild recognition or whatever. Might be. But because it's a soul project, it's just something that you really want to put into the world, really want to do, because it will make you feel good. And that is the most important thing, like doing the things that light you up, make you happy, make you feel good. You're going to feel so good doing this. Okay, then I want to move on to the last thing on our list, which is how to take action. And I'm kind of just randomly choosing my decks, but I feel like I want to get these out. These are really simple, but I feel like for you, it's just, you don't have to overthink this. It's just going, it's already like in the process of beginning. Wanted to say something else, but I definitely heard beginning, so it's already beginning for you. What are the next steps? Step pile 1. Tick. Whoa. There we go. There's a stream of love supporting my dreams. For sure. This has been in the work for a long while. And this comes back to knowing that you deserve good things. You deserve the support, the love, and the abundance, and the safe feeling. And I feel like you can let go of the feeling of unworthiness or what people have said about you, putting yourself out there, creating things. I feel like there might be still a voice in your head that makes you feel unworthy. And it's time to let that go. You can safely let that voice shut up, because you're going to do this anyway. You're going to feel really good about it. So it doesn't matter what that voice is rambling on and on and on about, right? It probably will be, because that's just your programming. But no matter what it's going to yab on about, it's not going to make a difference. You're going to do this, and it's going to be amazing. And so it can talk to you, but it's safe to let it go, because it's not going to change anything. You're already doing this, and you're already amazing. My faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, and fear into love. Yeah, it's just like, what do you stand for? What do you want to represent? Right? That's the most important. That's what you are going to be focusing on. The rest doesn't matter anymore. You know in your heart what you are going to be doing is right for you, even though it might feel scary or a little strange in the beginning. But you can trust your heart that is guiding you. If it feels safe, if it feels like this is something that you know you've been wanting to do for your lifetimes. They were a bit dramatic today. Like, if this is something that you feel like you need to express and it's gonna feel good, let that drive you. That is your faith. Like, I am guided. This is something that I'm supported to do. I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Yeah. That is your consciousness. Everything that has to do with working with the soul is you being you. So what is consciousness, right? Consciousness is being aware of the now, of how you are feeling, who you are within your core. When you are doing something that your soul really wants, that is exactly what you're doing. It's not just meditating. It is just being immersed in the process and doing what you feel like you really want to do. I also feel a lot of emotional release coming with this, just knowing that yes, you get to do this. It's not just some fantasy, like you are finally able to go do this and process it and have fun doing it, and it gets to feel good. And you get to have wonderful things in your life, and just knowing that reality, it's showing up for you and being real, it's going to heal a part of you that has thought that it wasn't lucky, or it should just keep everything in and not express itself. But you are worthy, and I cannot wait for you to express yourself and put this, like, your stamp on the world, because that does feel good, because we are here to create. We are creative beings. We have been created. That's kind of what we do. Not just in procreation in the sense of making children. It's just like, without the art, without the research, without the connection that we have with each other, like, that is part of being human. So yes, you too get to partake in creating in that way. It's so normal. It's like, that's why your higher self was giggling, like, come on, let's just go, you know? You also get to create a beautiful world for yourself and for others, and I cannot wait for you to feel all these things that you get to experience soon. I really hope that this resonates. I hope you have a lot of fun receiving and playing and just doing the damn thing. That's your higher self coming through. Let me know in the comments if this resonates and how it resonates. I would love to know for you, like, how you can place this within your circumstances. Sending you blessings and love. And please let me know how this goes. I'm super excited for you. If you want a personal reading, check the description. Wishing you a beautiful week, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye. Welcome pal number 2 for your reading. So I'm going to take a look at your current energy, then what you are manifesting, then what it is that you're not seeing, which is also the advice of your higher self. And then we can get into the next steps to take action. So I'm re-recording this intro because I just did it just now and it was very chaotic, and I was saying things like that didn't really make sense in the context. So that is probably already your current energy. Just wanted to point that out there. Also, this card fell. But I also said in the intro that I have a discount on my personal reading, so I didn't want to forget to also point that out to you. If that is something that you want a personal reading, 20% off this month of October. So if you are interested in that, just check the link in the description. Okay, so I feel a little bit of frustration here, and I also feel like you have difficulty letting that out. You have difficulty being frustrated or angry, which a lot of us have that tendency to not want to express anger or frustration because it's not pretty or it's not really socially acceptable, which is that is also frustrating to me because it is a normal feeling that all humans have. So why are we being so weird about it, right? As long as you're not hurting someone with it, like scream in a pillow or write down everything that sucks right now, or what isn't working out, or just go on a walk and go. That's what I do. If I'm really frustrated, I go running. I don't like running, but when I'm frustrated, it's just really nice to get that energy out of your system, to do something with it. Because I feel like now you are just making yourself feel bad for feeling feelings, if that makes sense. And it's okay. We all go through these phases where we are really frustrated about things not working out. And even if it's a minor thing that you're just why am I feeling this fed up about this minor thing? That's so normal too. Maybe there is something behind it. This is a buildup of little frustrations, and it's just tied to this feeling of why doesn't it work out for me, or why is it not working? Or that's so valid to feel, right? Because we want to be able to do what we want to do, or express ourselves, or manifest what it is that we want to manifest. And if it's not working out, that is frustrating. There's also something else here that I cannot pinpoint right now. Okay, super interesting. I feel like there is something that happened that should not have happened, or that you didn't mean to happen. So you might also be very frustrated with yourself, or that it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to work out. And this experience is making you think about yourself and other circumstances that you otherwise wouldn't be paying attention to. I feel like this detour that you have been set on is helping you see other facets of your life that you otherwise would have ignored. And that makes sense when it comes to the frustration. Sometimes when we don't want to see something, or we truly didn't see it before, but now we are, it sucks to have to confront yourself with that, right? What is actually happening, or what you didn't see before. And so it's taking you a while to fully open your eyes and acknowledge what is right in front of you. That's what I'm feeling. And that's also what I feel with come out of the cave. Share your voice makes sense with expressing frustration, but I also feel with this card is come out of your cave of trying to go on like nothing happened, maybe. I don't feel like that's what you're doing, but it's kind of subconsciously what you're trying to do, because it feels difficult to process these emotions that come up with acknowledging what you are now seeing, if that makes sense. I do feel like you are also being soft with yourself, which I love, because like we can be hard on ourselves, and especially if you want to like be working on yourself just to point out like what isn't happening, but this can feel very uncomfortable, and so yes, look it right in the eye, but also take your time with it and be gentle with yourself, right? We're not perfect, we're human, so that's okay. I want another card for the energy that you are currently in, but also what you're manifesting. Yeah, this is opening, this whole experience is opening your heart. Sometimes when we are comfortable where we're at and being in the routine, our heart is not necessarily open. It sometimes needs to be cracked open. I feel like this experience is helping you do that. So maybe you need to forgive yourself or need to forgive someone else. And that is opening your heart. It's like, oh, okay, we're all learning, we're all going through lessons, nobody's really perfect. And we try to do what's best in the moment, right? With the resources and information that we have, and sometimes we fuck up. I feel like you are opening your heart through being honest with yourself and being honest maybe with other people or the circumstances, which is beautiful. Because when you have an open heart, you can let people in on a different level, and you can also see yourself through a lens of love, your humanness. It's kind of a release as well when you are opening your heart. It's accepting yourself and accepting what is. Sometimes we are struggling to acknowledge what is, and that is only, yeah, that makes sense. That is frustrating. Maybe that's what's happening. And so when you are manifesting opening your heart, so you're going to be able to release that frustration by looking through yourself with the eyes of love, of forgiveness, while moving through this process, this period in your life. Follow your heart. Yeah, your heart will guide you there. Your heart is forgiving. Your heart, like when you tune into the energy of your heart, it's love. It is acceptance. It is consciousness. Like when you are meditating, you are, and being in that energy will give you peace. Your heart will guide you towards peace with yourself, peace with the moment, whatever is happening. When you are connected to your heart, all is well. It sounds very corny, very cliche, but what I have experienced with meditation, with connecting with myself through coaching, like when you can look yourself right in the eye and accept what is, you just feel peaceful. We are running away from it most of the time because it also is very confronting, right? It sucks sometimes. But when you are finally ready to confront yourself and look at what is, there's a weight lifted off your shoulders. I feel like that is the process that you're in right now. So I feel like for you, I want to add one of the things on the list, which is, besides like what you're not seeing, I want to know like, what is it just that you need to know? What is it that you need to see, what you need to know, if you're ready to hear that? So if you feel like you're not ready to hear that, that's fine as well, right? Use your discernment. What is it that pile 2 needs to know? Woo. Seven of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. So this theme for me has to do with things not going your way, but it does not necessarily mean that it is the wrong way. I feel like it still makes sense. It still makes sense to keep moving forward with this and make adjustments accordingly. You're still on the right path, although you might not agree with it. And I also feel like things can still change. I also feel like there is something, I feel like there's a purpose with this. So to me, what I'm interpreting this as is like things are still going the same. I feel like there's something that you still need to resolve with someone or need to see about a relationship, like a talk that you guys need to have, or maybe a confrontation that you need to have with someone or someone with you. Like there is something about closure. And I also feel like this person they have a lot of love for you. And they're also confused. That's what I'm feeling. Mother of Cups. I feel like when you are going to talk about what it is that you're feeling or frustrated about, or this closure that you still need to have, I feel like when you are doing that, it's going to be so clear what needs to happen. It's just that you have been, it's like this unresolved, there is something that is unresolved, and I feel like when you are talking about it or getting into it with the right person, like you can talk about it with your friends, but if you're not talking to the person that it's about, it is not going to solve a lot, right? You need to have that conversation with the person that you need to have the conversation with. And when you are doing that, it's going to be so clear like what needs to happen. I feel like you are reliving the same lesson. And that's why you're frustrated. But because it's like you have not been able to move on to the next chapter. But that's because you still need to have this confrontation or conversation with someone. I'm not sure if it's for everybody, it's like a conversation or a confrontation, but I feel like it has to do with someone in your circle that wishes you well, but is also confused. So let me know how that resonates in the comments. But I feel like if you are able to look yourself in the eye, maybe also say sorry. Maybe that's like we can all take responsibility in our own, in the part that we have played, right? I feel like this person wishes you well, and you will feel very peaceful after you have done what you know that you need to do for yourself. And if you are following your heart, if you are opening your heart, you will see what that is. And of course, like if someone has done something that is unforgivable or abuse or whatever, like please take this how it resonates. We don't need to forgive that. That is beautiful though, if you can forgive it for yourself. Don't necessarily have to have a conversation with someone, right? So just please take this how it resonates. But I feel like this has to do with someone that is also willing to figure this out with you because they're also confused. That's what you need to know. This still has a purpose, this situation. It is happening with a reason. I also feel like you have this really loving energy and really kind energy. So I hope that you can be just as kind towards yourself and the situation, just knowing that it's okay to like not have intended for this to happen or to make mistakes or have acted out. Make peace with yourself. I feel like that is something that you need to hear as well. And that it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I also feel when I check into what your higher self wants you to know, that being focused on what didn't work out and how you want it to happen is kind of trying to control your manifestation, right? Which means like if you are so focused on it, I don't feel a lot of movement with it. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like you need to surrender more. because I feel like this is something that I do sometimes as well. Like I used to love to be in control, because then I felt safe, and I feel like that is what's happening as well. Like you feel not very safe, and so you're trying to control the situation, which is not what you need right now. It's like to follow your heart, to let go, to surrender, so things can move along, because you are in this process. I feel like you are kind of postponing the healing that needs to happen when you are trying to focus on how you want things to move your way. Bring love into the situation. Yes, exactly. Love for yourself, but also, yeah, mostly love for yourself. Just seeing yourself with grace, basically. Conclusions are within reach, and be bold and make the first move. Again, like, take this how this resonates, use your discernment, but I feel like you already know what to do. And it's okay. You're gonna be okay. Okay, I'm gonna get one more card about how to take action, and I got two. Of course I did. Okay, Dance of the Divine Feminine, a new gown. Opening your heart, surrendering, like that's divine and feminine energy. And that's going to take you forward. Allowing yourself to feel frustration or to feel hurt or disappointment. I feel like there is also disappointment within this. And if you need to forgive yourself, please do, because holding on to hurt and things that have already happened is going to make you feel like things are not moving. So to surrender and to let things just get into motion again. I feel like you are postponing something by holding on to hurt or frustration or something that is no longer what it is. I feel like if you can surrender that and move forward by following your heart, by doing what feels right, you are going to get things moving again into motion. And I feel like that is going to change you. I feel like you are going to feel more solid within yourself as you are learning, are growing through this, right? You're going to feel better about yourself if you are maybe needing to take accountability or whatever it may be. I'm not sure. But you're going to get an upgrade, a new gown. It's like this new energy that helps you move forward, that helps you know what to do next. And I feel like that will be beautiful. I feel like that will be necessary to move forward and to eventually know what it is that you want. I feel like that might change as well through this learning process, to learn like, okay, maybe I wanted this, but now I see that actually I need something else. Maybe it's about thinking that you want something and then finding out, yep, I want this, but I actually need this other thing or these other circumstances. And to lead with that, because you are worthy of taking care of yourself. You are worthy of giving yourself what you actually need to nourish yourself, right? So you can move forward with confidence. And I feel like you're definitely going to do that. I feel like you're very strong and you already know what to do. And so then you can move into this next phase of your life where you can give yourself what you actually need, and it's going to be beautiful. So I really hope that this helped. Let me know how it resonates in the comments. Love you guys. Hope you have a really beautiful week. And also, if you want a personal reading, check the description to see how you can get 20% off. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye. Welcome, my pal number 3. This is your reading. We're starting off with Deep Mysteries. Before I get into it, I don't want to forget to tell you that I have a discount on personal readings. It's 20% for this autumn, so it's for the month October. So if you want a personal reading, if you're interested in that, you can check out the link in the description. But let's get into your reading. So I'm going to be getting into where you are right now, so your current energy. Then we go to what you are manifesting and what you are not seeing. So that is kind of the higher self perspective. And then how to take action, so the next steps. So with deep mysteries, I feel like you are moving through some period in your life that is not necessarily very clear, like what you're moving through, that is not really showing in your direct circumstances. It's just something energetic. It's something that you, a lesson that you are learning that you're not really seeing that you are learning it. Wow. I really hope that makes sense. I'm going to pull some more cards on your current energy to explain it a little bit better. What is the current... Oh my god, that is way too much. Okay, I'm just going to get the one. So this one was that way, and then I got a bunch of cards here, but I'm going to take the top one. This is the hidden, I feel like, and this might be the clear energy. The hidden energy. Yeah, what I'm feeling is that things are being overwhelming right now. I feel like I'm pushed in different directions. And that is kind of what you feel on a surface level. Like that is what is clear. It's for the badger, it's saying be... I cannot translate today. What is this? My native language is Dutch, and so I'm like processing. It's like being brave and stepping up with no fear. And then the buffalo is the universe wants to give freely and abundantly. There we go. Can still do it, thank God. Okay. So probably you are going through the motions, maybe feeling a little bit in survival mode, but I don't necessarily feel like this is a negative thing. I just feel like it's a little bit too much right now. And so I'm wondering why you are going through these, like a lot of these things at once. And this might also be like emotional, right? Or maybe you're in your head a lot, or there are things that you need to keep into account, or other people's feelings that also have to deal with the situation or whatever. It's just a lot to think about and a lot to orchestrate in some way. And so this might be like if something in your family that's happening and you have to step up, or at work, like maybe you have more than one job, or like kids at home, right? Let me see. Confidence is the key to success. Yeah. I feel like the universe is helping you go through this so you can see that you can handle more than you think that you can. Which, like, doesn't feel great if you have to take care of like a lot of things at once. But it's also showing you that you can stretch yourself and you can do more than you think that you can. And it might also open up some possibilities for you to move into a next phase of your life, which I feel like is what is happening, but you're just in it right now. But I feel like you are... your dreams need a practical plan. I feel like while you are going through all of these challenges, like some of these challenges will actually take you to where you want to be. And it might feel a little bit confusing because it's not really clear yet how that's going to happen and what's actually all going on, because it's a lot. But I do feel like it's bringing you closer to your goal. It's time to release negativity and don't let the past hold you back. I don't feel like you're very in your body. It's hard for me to connect with this energy. So I want to ask you to take just a deep breath. Like, just do it with me right now while I also try to anchor myself so I can channel better. It might be that you feel like you have to do everything on your own. Or I feel like you're forgetting that you get to ask for help. Not only like people in your life, but also the universe. I feel like you could use a moment to sit in quietness, to tune out all the noise and all the responsibilities and just like breathe for a few minutes to see like, oh, the world is not gonna crumble when I just sit down and be in silence for a little bit, or I do something for myself, like truly be aware of how you're feeling, right? Not to numb out or not to distract, but just to really like be and let everything kind of fall off of you, like all the pressure and stuff, just to breathe, which sounds so simple, but when we're going through the motions, where we take on a lot of this pressure or responsibility or whatever this may be, we sometimes lose track of reality when it comes to like the now moment, how we're actually feeling, how we're actually doing. So I want to make sure that you know how you're feeling right now and how you're actually doing, because you're not, what I feel, and take this how it resonates, but I don't feel like you're connected to you right now. And it might be that this is a constant learning process, something that you fall into the trap of, like this is something that you sometimes forget to do, and that is kind of an old pattern. And it might be that through this you're gonna learn how to move past that and also take care of yourself, so you can feel more confident that you can actually take care of yourself while you are doing what you need to be doing, or also feel like processing. So maybe you're processing something, which is a lot. Just make sure that you also prioritize tuning in with yourself. That's not something that needs to be taken lightly. That's something very important. Otherwise, how do you know how to move forward, right? If you don't know how you're feeling about it, if it's good for you or not. Maybe your mind thinks that it has to do X, Y, and Z, but actually you need something else, or it's not going to be really fulfilling to you. Like, we need to make sure that we still tune in and choose these things that we willingly choose, instead of life taking the steering wheel and just moving us in all kinds of directions, right? Be supportive is what this is called, but there is something about support here as well. I feel like you are supported, but I also feel like you are giving a little bit too much. Not necessarily too much. I feel like it's the right amount, but it's just like it also needs to be given towards yourself to keep the balance. I don't feel like there is balance. I feel like you're out of balance. And just keep wanting to take deep breaths. So maybe it's just as simple as that. You maybe just needs to take a little bit more time to take some deep breaths, to anchor. It feels like you're flying. I'm getting drawn to these birds. Like, it's just like you're moving from place to place, but it's time to just anchor yourself in the moment. Or I'm also picking a lot of cards, by the way, for this one of these topics, because we have 4 topics and these are the cards for one topic, and that is not how I worked with the other piles, which is interesting. I keep adding on. That's kind of the vibe. It also feels exciting. I don't think that you have really been perceptive to how your body is feeling, how your soul has been feeling, like how it makes you like really feel. It just feels like you have been swept up in all the emotions and the excitement that come with it. And it might be a little bit scary to calm down. Like, you have become so high up in the clouds because of the excitement. But it's safe to take a deep breath and anchor down again, to see how you're feeling and then moving forward with this or not. Like, you don't have to make a decision, you just feel the way that you feel, right? It's not the end if you calm down for a little bit. I hope that makes sense. So it might be that you have been swept up in romance, or a really cool work opportunity, or maybe a beautiful trip. But wouldn't it be even more beautiful if you are grounded in your body and able to truly feel all the emotions, and to be discerning because you can guide yourself, because you feel truly how you're feeling. So you can make good choices based on that, instead of just letting it sweep you up and almost dissociate, which I totally get. Sometimes we're afraid to feel our feelings when it's pretty intense, right? It can feel a little bit too much. But this is teaching you that you can handle that. That you are in the situation because you deserve it, and it's not going to necessarily slip away or not be true. Like, it's already happening. So you're safe to be with yourself while this is happening. Okay, so I want to look into what you're manifesting. I feel like you're gonna get a really long reading, which I love for you because I love long readings, but this reading is very different than the other bottles. So what you're manifesting, a burst of magic. Yeah, you are kind of in a magical period. Like, I'm not sure what the situation is, but it's bringing forth excitement. I feel like what you are manifesting, that if you are grounded within this experience, that you are going to flow into even better situations because you can feel how you're actually feeling and what you actually want. And that is what you're going to manifest. So you're going to refine and be able to stand for something that aligns better with you. Getting out of your head and into your heart, into your body, and being able to set clear boundaries as well. So maybe there are some boundaries that you need to be setting, and which might feel a little bit scary, but it's actually pretty okay, because I feel like if you're aware of what you want, it's necessary to set these boundaries. Otherwise, it's just going to be, I hear it's just going to be a mess. You don't want it to be a mess. And it can get messy if you are not clear on what it is that you want. So I feel like you're manifesting clarity and being able to move forward with confidence because you can stand for something. Exposed and revealed. Yeah, clarity. It's going to become clear to you and revealed, like, there's a layer to this, so it's deeper. So we began with deep mysteries, right? Like it not being clear that you are moving through something karmic, or it's like an energy upgrade. Like you're learning some kind of lesson, but you're not paying attention to that because you're not in your body. So you're manifesting clarity, but you're also manifesting clarity on what you're actually learning through this. Ooh, and then my candle went out. That's interesting. So what I'm feeling is like, I'm not sure if you're seeing this, but there is a lot of smoke here. Smoke is clearing. You can smudge with sage, right? And so then you're clearing your energy. I feel like we're clearing the unnecessary clutter, or clearing that. This might have to do with people. This might have to do with things. It might have to do with a lot of chatter, like what other people think. It's like we're clearing that thing out because you're now focusing. I'm just gonna get a new candle for you because I want you to have your candle too. There we go. So I also feel like you're gonna be resourceful with this, and this clarity that you're manifesting is guiding you to not, let me see the smoke. Probably not. This clarity that you're manifesting is also helping you to focus, which means that you're not going to do it giving 50%, but 100%. You're able to give 100% instead of 50. Wish upon a star. And actually that is a wish fulfillment. Because when you can focus, when you can work on what you want to be working on, when you are able to do what you want to do, it is going to be a wish fulfillment. It might feel like more responsibility because now you're not flying, like being a little high anymore. Like you have come down a little bit, which might feel like you're like back in the real world, But that is a wish fulfillment, because if you can focus 100% and have clarity and move forward, that might be exactly what you need. And it might be really beautiful, and it might be really fulfilling, because you can feel it. You can feel it all instead of 50%. I hope that makes sense. And I also want to point out that you're going to be safe. I feel like now that we've moved through this, I feel like taking another deep breath, taking a lot of breaths in this reading. I don't usually have this, but yeah, I feel like a collective sigh, like, oh, okay. So it feels like you coming to terms with moving in a new way, with more confidence, because it feels like you can follow your heart, and you kind of can feel what it is that you're truly doing with more purpose, if that makes sense. So now I want to ask your higher self what you're not seeing. What is it that pile 3 is not seeing? Wheel of Fortune. I love that card. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is kind of this faith card. And faith is weaving the web of what we're supposed to learn, what we're supposed to see, what we're supposed to get on our path. And this is very guided by your fate. You're getting wisdom from this. Looking at the owl, like, it is orchestrated. It's not random. And it might be hard to let go of the old, but stepping into this new clarity is going to help you grow, is going to help you see things that you haven't seen before, and also help you recognize parts of yourself that you haven't discovered before. It's like you're seeing yourself in a whole new way, which also means that you might feel more confident doing things that you have never done before. Maybe you're going to feel ready to move into a new direction or try to accomplish something. What is something else that pile 3 is not seeing? A message from their higher self. Creating heaven on earth, it's happening. That's what you're allowed to do right now, because you are seeing things more clearly and you are more living in the present, living within your body, like being grounded. Because you can feel what it is that you need, you can create that. So you're creating your heaven on earth for yourself, because you now can feel and know what that is. So you can create intentionally, not that life, like, take the wheel, but take the wheel yourself. Like, life is not happening to you. You're creating your life, so life is happening for you. And this moment in time is like this lesson, what you're going through right now is helping you take your own steering wheel. Like taking back the control, taking back your power, which is beautiful. I would love to know how this is resonating in the comments if you want to share with me. And now moving on to how to take action, which is pretty self-explanatory, I think, at this point of the reading. But still, let's see if we can get more information on how to move forward. I love that. Okay. Trust and niggle. What is your niggling feeling trying to tell you? That's your heart. That's what I've been saying. Like grounding yourself, feeling what it is that you need, listening to your heart. That's the niggling feeling. Like it's basically your intuition, your soul speaking to you. And then no. This is saying no. Saying no to all the things that are not what your heart is telling you to do. Saying no to the things that do not align with the life that you want to be creating for yourself. Because it's going to get cluttered. If you're going to say yes to everything, there's going to be chaos. There's not going to be... What I'm feeling is that you're not going to feel safe, because you feel like life is pulling you in all these directions. Other people are asking all these things of you, and where are you in that picture? Like, are you able to prioritize yourself in that picture? Are you able to take the time to breathe to listen to what it is that you want. And is there a space for you to do the things that you actually want to do? If there's no space, you have to create the space. And sometimes creating space is saying no. So that's something that you're learning as well. And again, that's going to give you confidence. And saying no is tough, but it's also super liberating. Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion is all coming together. Intuitive hits, Soul Tribe. Definitely, yeah. Okay, so that is actually what I already wanted to say. Saying no is really tough because some people are not going to accept your no. Because they're used to you saying yes to them, right? And what this process is teaching you is who is going to be respectful enough to accept your no. Who is going to listen to you, see you for who you really are and what you need, and staying with you while you grow. This is a learning process. Everyone goes through this, right? Some people will keep saying yes to everyone and everything, but most of us draw a line sooner or later. Like, when you know that things are too much, you need to set priorities, right? That's kind of the process that you're in, and we keep going through this, by the way, in my experience. And so who can keep up with you? Who can respect you enough to say, like, okay, if that's what you need, I'm going to respect that. And I'll, like, what do you need from me? Do you need space? Can I do something for you? Or will you just, like, text me when you do have time for me, right? That's okay. I have friends that take a week to respond to my text. And that's just, like, their default setting. And I'm okay with that because I know that they're really busy and they're overwhelmed with life stuff. And I respect that. And it also gives me the freedom to, like, reply when I actually want to reply, right? And that just takes self-respect, but also respect for what other people that are important to me need to work with that. So you're going to learn by saying no who wants to work with you and who actually respects you and loves you to be able to give you space to process, to breathe. And I feel like by doing that, you're also going to invite people in who can do that. So if you have fear around if people are actually going to be doing that for you, you're going to learn who your real friends are, right? Your real family, your chosen family. I feel like your chosen family is going to come in and is going to choose you, is going to show you exactly why they want to be your friend. You're going to see reflected back to you how amazing of a person you are because you have chosen yourself. And these people are also choosing themselves. And so they are strong people. They know how to set boundaries. They know what it is that they want and they go towards that. They're inspiring and they respect other people. Just to be around those kinds of people means that you also have to be like that, right? Because you're reflecting, you're attracting people who are like you. And that's what's happening here. So while you might struggle with saying no and listening to your intuition and coming down a little bit from this high that you've been on, actually what you're moving into is a more grounded perspective that's going to show you more of who you actually are, is going to help you attract the right people into your life, and it's going to help you create this heaven on earth for you because you know what it is that you want and that you need. So I'm really excited for you, and I commend you for being on this journey, flowing with it. Just know that you're safe and you can do anything that you set your mind to, truly. And what it is that you send out, you attract. So just say what it is that you want to the universe. Like, they want to give you what you want. So just make it clear and then move towards that, right? So I really hope that this reading was helpful to you. Please let me know how it resonated in the comments. Love you guys. If you want a personal reading, check the link below for 20% off this month of October, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye! Welcome pile number 4 to your reading. I'm very excited to get into it, but before I do want to tell you about the 20% discount that I have on personal readings. If you want a personal reading for the month of October, I do a special discount. So if that's something that you're interested in, you can check the link in the description to check that out. So for this reading, I'm going to touch upon a few subjects within this reading. So first we're going to take a look at where you are right now, then towards what you are manifesting, and then to what you are not seeing. So this is kind of the higher self perspective. What is it that you need to see, need to know? And then the last one is how to take action. So it's very practical, but I love these readings because it's going to just be more clear, like where we're at and where we're going and what we need to see, right? So what is your energy right now? You have the card of Shadow Waters. I feel like you are kind of in a hermit phase. It feels like very calm. I also feel like you are spending time with friends and learning to love yourself. That's what I heard. And enjoying the beauty around you. Wow, I love this energy. Okay, oh, second time that this card has come out. Give support. So it might be that you are needing a lot of support right now. And I feel like you are getting it. I also feel like you are supporting your friends or your partner. Might be that there has been an illness within your friend group or with your partner or with you. But I mostly feel this really loving energy around you. So you are also being supported by your spirit family, as I call it, like your guides, loved ones that have passed. I feel like they're watching over you. And I also feel like you are very tuned into the divine. So it might be that you have been praying or setting intentions or doing affirmations. Like, you know, you're learning to know your worth even more. Like that who you are as a soul and that you deserve the best of the best and seeing yourself in that light as well. I feel like this process, that is kind of the process that you're in. Learning to love yourself more and seeing your worth without the distractions of other people's ideas and values about how you should be. I feel like you're appreciating yourself more. This card says abundant harvest. I feel like you are able to really cultivate gratitude. And yeah, you're kind of flowing into a new mindset about yourself. So you might be scared of this new feeling that you are cultivating, which is the self-love. Like, it might still feel a little weird to allow yourself to feel all this love for yourself and receive the love from other people. And the universe, God, however you want to call it, because I feel just a lot of loving energy around you and appreciation. So it might also be that you have gotten recognition of some sort. And you are allowing it in, and it might still feel a little bit surreal, or you are basking in it, allowing yourself to truly receive it, which feels normal. It feels very natural. There's just a lot of peace in this reading. And there are a lot of messages at the same time. Like, it's like a hermit phase, maybe getting better from something or taking care of yourself or someone else because of sickness. Then also receiving recognition or receiving something else. There's a lot of appreciation for you and a lot of self-love. So I want to get a little bit more specific in this because I feel like it's going... the messages are everywhere. I would love to know in the comments how it's resonating with you. But for now, we're going to go to the manifesting part because this is kind of the energy that you're in right now. So let's see what you're manifesting and see if I can make a little bit more sense of this. What is power for manifesting? You're kidding. Okay, so before I looked at this card, I was just like, actually, it's like, it just feels so peaceful. It feels so loving. Like, what can they possibly be manifesting? Like, it's, of course, like, it can always get better, for sure. Like, on my channel's header, I'm like, the better it gets, the better it gets. But then you got trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Like, you're manifesting trust. And that, oh, okay, I'm getting it now. Trusting that you are supported, trusting life, trusting yourself is one of the most important things I have learned in my journey as a human here on earth, to be dramatic. Because if you cannot really trust yourself, you are not going to feel peaceful. You're going to doubt a lot. You're going to be in your head a lot. If you can trust the process, if you can trust your path, if you can trust yourself, there is this peace washing over you. And I feel like that is so helpful, especially as I am an anxious person. Learning how to trust myself and trust life has made me feel so more joyful and peaceful. And so I feel like that is kind of what you have been learning, the energy that you're in right now. And I love this for you. So you also have dance with life. Do something to change your energy. And with this, I feel like you are manifesting situations that match this new energy that you have about you. It's not that you have to change your energy, because the energy that you're in right now is beautiful, it's perfect. Like, you can trust that where you are going is where you're meant to be. I feel like the energy around you is going to change with you, because you are now moving in the right direction for you, being in this new energy, right? So then you also have on the back of the deck, you're already doing it, stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. I mean, I'm so excited for you, because like, this is just this is all like a confirmation reading, which, you know, if you want some new information, that can be frustrating, but like, what are you worrying about, my love? Like, you're doing so well. It's wow. Honestly, I was just soaking up this energy of this pile just now, not knowing what to say, because it just feels so lovely. So let me get on to what you are not seeing. Maybe we can get a little bit new information. I'm already feeling like this is new for you, and it is safe to trust it. That's kind of still what you're learning. So maybe that's what you're not seeing. But let me see if I can pull cards for that. What is about... Ooh, that's way too much. Did you see that? It just went to the rose quartz and then fell. Maybe you are not seeing love that is directed towards you. Rose quartz is the stone of love. Like, there's so much love around you and so much appreciation. Maybe you're not truly seeing it. So maybe it's time to open your eyes and acknowledge the love that some people have for you. Or maybe someone is going to come forward and confess love towards you, or appreciation. Can be love in all kinds of forms, right? Not only romantic, but maybe platonic, or maybe that you have helped someone, but maybe it is romantic. The fiery climax approaches. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like you're settling into this new energy, and you're just going to feel like this is right. Like, what you're doing is right. You can trust it, and it's just like you feel like, yeah, I am right. Like, this is how I'm supposed to be feeling. And maybe you look back on the past and you're just like, no, that was not, like, I can make peace with the past, but this is actually how I'm supposed to feel. This is actually what I'm supposed to be doing, and this is what I need. And it feels very emotional to be able to trust yourself. Maybe it's something that you haven't experienced before, so it's kind of freeing and liberating. The answers you need are coming. What is it that they need to be seeing? The answers that you need are coming. Very fake. Can I get another one? It is like you are on the right path. So it's going to make even more sense the more that you walk this path, because you are just attuning your energy right now, and what is matching that energy will come to you, but it's not fully there. I feel like you also need to figure that out still. It's time to take action, and confidence is the key to your success. Yeah, it's time to trust yourself. It's time to trust this process and just to move forward, knowing that you're doing it right. Yeah, I feel like I need to say that again. Knowing that you're doing it right. You get to trust, you get to know that you're doing what you're doing is right. Okay, I'm gonna pull one more card for you. And that's the card of how to take action. Although it's kind of self-explanatory. I feel like I'm going to read the guidebook for you on this one. I haven't done that for anyone because it's a pretty long text, to be honest. I love these cards. They're pretty new to me as well, so I don't know this one. Commitments 31. Let me see. Okay. So I'm just going to read from the guidebook. There is a flame that must be safeguarded. In truth, it can never be extinguished. It's the light that never goes out. Even with such enduring power, a recognition and respect of this flame is essential to human development. I feel like this is the self-love. This flame is holy and lies within each human heart. See what I'm talking about? Okay, let's continue. When the flame is recognized for its worth, it ceases to flicker and smoke, becoming very still. Oh my god, this is exactly your energy. Trusting yourself. Like there's no smoke or flickering. You are trusting. In the stillness, the light can fulfill its destiny to shine brightly, as to reveal every path abundantly clear and without wavering in the fluctuations of fear and attachment. Desire does not have to be a hindrance on the path. It can show us our passions and help us to find our purpose. However, the attachment that can come with desire, the belief that it can be sated only with one particular person, one set of circumstances, can cause us to stop looking at what the light is revealing to us, the way forward on our path in the here and now. Wow. And instead to try forcibly to conjure the shadows to become what we imagine they should be. We stop seeing life as it is, showing up for us every moment and engaging with it as it is. We can become careless with the light of the heart. Our huffing and puffing to force what does not need to be forced can cause the heart to light to flicker and to waver. This can make our way seem uncertain, and doubts can crowd in upon us as the light is compromised in its purpose. We forget to trust at what is because we get too caught up in the attachment and the fear surrounding our desires. Rather than letting life move us, we try to move life. There is a way forward on your path, on your life path, that needs to be seen by you now. It will be helpful for you to have the clarity and that certainty. You might have already caught a glimpse of it, but you're doubting your vision or yourself. This oracle comes as a reminder to you. Don't doubt. What have I been saying? What you are feeling deep within the passionate love of your heart light is true. It's real. You are being led into the progress of life itself. You must trust in this, even if it seems at times as though you are being led away from the vision. Life operates according to genius that is beyond a linear approach. It is to be trusted rather than understood. Trust, there we go again. There is enough change in the personal transformation being asked of you to simply take the steps. That's more than enough. You do not have to also create or control the terrain nor determine the map for the journey. You simply need to take each step that presents itself to you in each moment. Don't let the fear that you desire won't manifest because you try to bend life to your will. It's an unnecessary battle, and one that will not serve your soul here. Instead, just show up, be present, attend to what is before you in each moment, and trust yourself. Let the light of your heart take you into serenity that will bring you the balm of a solid core of comfort, even whilst the world shifts and changes according to the workings of the divine will. As you move along your life journey, step by step, that divine will is moving you to, shining on one into fulfillment of your destiny. Life is not working at cross purpose with you. Far from it. It is a co-conspirator conspirator. Oh my god. It's a co-conspirator with your heart. Come back to the stillness of the love within you and know your heart light to be what it is, reliable and true, showing you the way even now in its peace and stillness. Wow. So that took a little long, as I said, but that pretty much sums up what we've been talking about. I love giving readings just for this purpose. Like that is it. You get to trust and to do with whatever presents itself as it's now moving in the direction that you need it to go, because you are on the right path, and what will be aligning for you will present itself. What you are sending out is what you will get. I love it. Okay, I really hope that this helped in any way. Let me know how it resonated in the comments. I would love to chat with you there. And just a reminder that if you want a personal reading, you can get 20% off. Check the description box. And I love you guys. I hope you have a great week and hope to see you in another video. Bye.